I will break you.
Break you. Yes. I must break you. Or something. Welcome to Drawing Conclusions. I'm Josh.
I think I'm Jessica.
You better be.
I don't know. I've been hit in the head so many times by this boxing movie that I have forgotten my name.
Yes.
I have neurological damage from all the boxing that I witnessed.
CTE. Alrighty. So we're talking today Creed 2.
Yes.
Yes.
It is about Creed 2.
It is about Creed 2. Starring Michael B. Jordan, Sylvester Stallone is back as Rocky Balboa, Tessa Thompson, and lots of other people.
I mean, basically, this is what, like the 8th or 9th Rocky movie? But it's like a... You know, I mean, like
Offshoot.
Rocky's in it, it's an offshoot.
Yeah. They
sort
bring
of,
back
but Rocky's still in it, but it's
Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago yet again, and Brigitte Nielsen as the Dragon Lady, who used to be his wife. Or his wife, whatever.
She doesn't deserve a name.
No.
You don't deserve
a name.
Anyway.
So, Jess, what did you like about this movie?
So there are a lot of things to like about this movie. The performances I thought were really good. I really like Michael B. Jordan. I really like Tessa Thompson. Sylvester Stallone is actually a very good actor, I think.
A lot of people forget that.
He doesn't get enough credit, actually, for being a good actor.
No. Thanks to the 1980s action movies.
The performances are really good. And like I was saying to Josh in our podcast, Michael B. Jordan's performance in this is so different than his performance in Black Panther that I forgot that it was the same guy. Like I was questioning myself, that's the same guy, right? Because he doesn't seem like the same person, which is so great when an actor is able to seem like a completely different person on screen. I mean, that's what you would want.
Yeah, multifaceted is very good instead of just a one-note guy.
Yeah, so I thought that he was really impressive to me in it. I appreciated the dialogue in the movie. It never feels... It feels like the way real people talk. You know,
it's not canned.
Right. It doesn't feel too clean. It doesn't feel too... and not everybody's super eloquent, you know. They avoid a lot of the cliche one-liners that you get in movies, so...
Especially these kind of movies.
Right. And so I appreciated that aspect of it. I mean, production value, I think, is good. There's a lot of visually interesting things that happen at different points in the show. So, yeah, I mean, I think a lot to admire and like about this movie. What did you like about it?
I liked the relationship between the characters. It was very nuanced and a lot of depth. No cookie-cutter cardboard characters throughout this show. And it not totally picks up right where the last one left off, but, you know, it's down the road a little bit, and so you kind of flash forward a little bit in the life of Adonis Creed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it just, I like the interplay. I like the realness of it. It felt very real. Like their lives felt lived in. They felt like people, not caricatures of people or, fill-ins or anything like that. I liked the relationship between Adonis and Rocky, and Adonis and Bianca, Adonis and his mom, and the relationship between Ivan Drago and his son Victor, who is a newcomer to the screen.
Yeah.
And I thought he actually did a good job. He didn't have a lot of dialogue, but this guy's Florian Montaño. And
Montaño.
Montaño? I don't know.
Oh, wait, a Montaño. I can't see. How's it spelled?
M-U-N-T.
Yeah, Montaño probably.
Yeah. Anyway, that guy, he does a good job. And he felt very believable to me. I like this movie. I mean, there was a lot of good things going for it. And all the boxing stuff aside, I mean, this is a fight movie. But it's not really totally about that, which is nice.
Right.
And so I like that.
Right.
Do you have anything you didn't really care for?
Well, I didn't like the boxing.
Right, you're not a fan of boxing.
Yeah, I really...
And I am a fan of boxing.
I don't like watching people get hit. It's one of my least favorite things in the entire world is to see one human being hit another human being. Which is really funny because a lot of the movies we watch have fight
scenes.
Have fight scenes. But I really hate fighting. And
well, it's one thing to have a fantasy-esque fight movie versus something that's very realistic.
And that's the thing, This is why, like, I could never watch the second Jack Reacher movie, right? Because I just, like, that kind of brutality
was pretty real.
It's not like that. I didn't like the music. I found the music very distracting. Not all of it, but most of it. And for me, this movie was a little overly long. There were a couple of pacing issues for me, and it felt like a full 2 hours and 10 minutes. It was definitely not one of those movies that went by in a clip for me.
Right.
You know? But it is generally a slower paced film anyway, because it's really more character driven.
Yes.
It's really about the characters and their journeys and their development, you know. So it's not, you know, it's not an action film. It's a drama.
Yeah.
This is a drama.
It's a drama.
So, but maybe it's just I have a short attention span, but for me it felt a little bit long.
I said I didn't have that problem.
Right. So again,
okay.
But like your patience with movies like this, I think, is a little different than mine.
Yes.
I have a hard time with movies being 2 hours and minutes long. One of my favorite things is something I can't say. I meant to mention on our podcast where we do spoilers, but we don't do spoilers on these. And there was this really funny line in this conversation between Rocky and Adonis and about the last third of the movie, where they're having a conversation about a big life event that is happening. Anyway, that whole little bit I thought was very funny. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
This movie had heart to me.
Yeah, and there was humor in it, you know, and for the most part, I thought it was really well done. I'm not sure I liked it quite as much as the first Creed. Mm-hmm. You think you did, though, right?
I think I did like this as much as the first one.
Yeah.
I like it didn't just kind of like stand pat and just like, we had a successful first movie, we're gonna just kind of recreate that.
Right.
I like that they didn't really do that.
Yeah.
And they didn't just kind of rehash, you know, the same film. A lot of sequels do.
Right.
So.
And, you know, they cover some territory that could get super cheesy and overly sentimental and stuff, and it just doesn't feel like that when you're watching this at all. So, I did appreciate that. Is there anything that you didn't like about the movie?
I think overall not really. Anything I didn't like would be like nitpicking just on the fighting aspect of it, because I do like boxing, and when you punch somebody like that cleanly, they typically drop like a sack of potatoes.
Right.
You don't like. I mean, guys have gotten up and won fights. That's not a fake thing. That's definitely real. But I have never seen anybody in all my many years of watching fights, boxing, someone take a beating and come back for more.
Right, like that big beating, yeah.
Where they're just catching just really hard punches, really heavy punches.
And
also, the other thing, sorry, was that I don't think these two guys would ever actually wind up in the ring together.
Right. I actually think your picture that you did for this movie
does a little more justice.
Right. Actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Because the Victor Drago is so much bigger than Michael B. Jordan. Now, I know that was not why you did this picture that way.
No, it was kind of a happy accident.
Right. But it does reflect in a very exaggerated way the difference in stature between these two fighters, which I agree. I mean, it was like, even I, who know literally almost nothing about boxing, I was like, these guys wouldn't fight each other. The one guy's way bigger than the other. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
The weight classes exist for a reason.
Right. So that was a little, it really stretched the believability of the movie for me. But what is the inspiration for this picture, Josh?
The inspiration is the 1980s classic NES game. That would be a Nintendo Entertainment System for you people keeping score at home. Punch-Out! Which was one of my all-time favorite boxing games. It's still fun because it's so just corny, cheesy, and it's funny. It is a really funny game. And the character that you play as, the one in the foreground there with your back to the viewer, fighting these like super large guys. Right. And it's so funny.
And so the guy in the foreground is Adonis Creed,
right?
And the guy
in the background is Ivan Drago.
Yes, not Victor Drago.
Not Victor Drago. I chose Ivan Drago because it's more iconic look with the crew cut and I fight for the Soviet Union, and so which like if you played the old
to us because we're old,
right? So I mean, if you played the old like Punch-Out game or any of those other ones that they did, they used a lot of stereotypes, especially like nationality stuff, and it was like, I don't know, to me it just worked. I thought
it was silly.
It is silly, and I like this. I like the game. I like this movie a lot. So what would you rate this?
Oh,
I'll get you to the punch.
I was going to ask you. Aha! I see what you did there.
Do you? It was so blindingly fast. How did you see it?
So I would give this movie about like a 3.5 out of 5, probably. I thought it was 3.5. What about you? What rating would you give it?
This movie about the sweet science deserves a good 4 rounds out of 5.
Sweet science?
That's what boxing's referred to.
What?
Yeah, you know nothing.
I know. Literally know almost nothing about boxing. It's a sport.
It's a sport.
Some guy named Muhammad Ali used to box.
Sadness. That's okay.
Joe Frazier or something. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, I know a little bit, but not very much. Anyway, so that is it for Drawing Conclusions. Thanks for joining us for our review of Creed 2. We do want to let you know that we have a special sale going on for our YouTube viewers now, between now and the end of the year. So between now and December 31st, you can use this code that is appearing on your screen right now.
Check it.
To get 20% off at joshbarkerart.com at Josh's shop. And there's lots of great ideas for Christmas gifts there that you might want to check out. And also don't forget to check us out on Patreon. So Josh, what else should they do?
Like this video, comment on this video, definitely share this video, and absolutely subscribe to this channel.
Ooh, I was afraid you were going to say subscribe to this video, but you nailed it. Good job.
That's right. Bob and weave, duck, cover, run for the hills, hide under mom's dress. Anyway.
Okay. Thanks so much. Thanks